Yo, welcome to the Table Talk podcast, where we sit down, pull up a chair, and we get started. This podcast is designed to provide you packed full of information to help you with your training, nutrition, lifestyle, and well-being, where we interview myself through case studies to give you lifetime experience. And then we also interview high-performing individuals or other career-focused people who are looking to make changes in their lifestyle, training, nutrition, and well-being. So let's pull up that chair and let's go. Yo. Welcome to Table Talk. Karl here with another bonus episode of What Happened While We Were Away. What? I wasn't away, Karl. No, but I was. So this episode, we're going to talk about some things that happened after the Sunshine Coast. So takeaways, kind of notes, and other maybe some useful tips and tricks. So the first thing to do is start with a hello, Serene. Hello, Matt Dellett. Hope you're both well, and you'd much appreciated. Thank you so much for having me for the week. So one thing that Andy Campbell, so shout out to you, sir, if you're listening, give us a like, say hello, probably shoot me a message, is I met a guy called Andy Campbell a few years ago and stays with DeMartini. And one of the sayings that he came up with, or he took from DeMartini, was if you can't get it, or if it costs something, how can you get it for free or cheaper? So literally information, all the information is out there in the world. It's literally at the disposal of our fingertips. We can literally type in, in AI now, ChatGPT, copy AI. You can literally go like, heck, I'm going to do it right now. Top 3 questions to ask myself for self-improvement. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. And here are 10 questions to ask yourself before heading down the self-improvement route. What do I really want? Should I really enjoy it? What's the bright side in all of this? Am I comfortable with what I'm doing? Have I done enough for myself? Am I happy where I am today? How much could I have? What motivates me? So there's a few questions there. So it's all there. A lot of it's like rubbish. Like 10 questions to ask yourself. Prepare for self-improvement. Ask yourself these 20 questions to improve yourself. 97 best personal development questions to ask yourself. I'm going to look at that one. 97. Oh, it's got me interested. Why 97? Why not 100? Were they not good enough? Who knows? A lot of it's like, and a lot of it would be just wasting time. Like I could go through those 97 things and go, nah, yes. Oh, interesting. So, and the thing that I ask myself is, and I actually have it set as an alarm that goes off my phone at 5:30 p.m. every day, is what went well? What are 3 things that went well, 3 things that didn't go well, and what's something you can improve? What went well is training my clients today. I had my amino green shake. I didn't do it yesterday because I was experimenting with Lime bikes. So for those of you wanting to get from A to B quicker, get a Lime bike. You can get a free a 3-day pass for $15, or you can pay 52 cents at the moment per minute. So yeah, that's something that worked really well. Saved me time, so I got to sleep a little bit more. So it was really cool. So if you saw my eyes the other day, you would have been like, "You have really big bags. They're smaller now." It was sleep deprived. Haha. So yeah, and then what went well is I beat my original time. So I had my time yesterday. I got 8 minutes 12 seconds, and I got 7 minutes 16. And then to get from Circular Quay to High Park was like 5 minutes 50. I got it in 4 minutes 56. Boom. Crushed it. Unfortunately, I internally am like, well, I better do better next time. So that's the downward spiral of always wanting to improve. Things that didn't go well was that at my partner, Kate, she tapped me, woke me up, and I got up out of bed thinking, oh, my alarm's gone off. 12:30, 1 o'clock. Back to bed. Bang, bang. Got up. It's 4 o'clock. Damn it. Another 30 minutes. Oh, well, I'll just get everything ready. So lucky for her, she woke up to meal and shake provided and ready to go. So smart woman. And things to, what else didn't go well is our website got deleted. Yep. Our website got deleted. So we're updating our new website. We've got a developer. Shout out to Richard. And so the thing was, I was really frustrated at the beginning, but I really just went, it's an expensive lesson. It's something that I probably should have actioned sooner. Our old website was good, but it just was outdated. So it's deleted. So now no one will ever know. No one will ever know it's outdated, but now we don't have a website. So we're literally hustling to get it done. So Yeah, baby steps. Things to improve probably with me would be the way I communicated with him to get it done. Um, Maybe there's some gaps in the way I said it, something to think about. Or be a more efficient delegator and clearer communicator. So, because at the end of the day, there are mistakes. It's like, yes, we can blame other people and say it's their fault, but it always comes back to ourselves. And we can turn around and go, nope, did everything, a hand on chest, did everything I possibly could. So it is what it is. So this brings it back to Andy Campbell. The thing would be, how can I get it for free? So if your costs $1,000, like for example, compression boots, there's sale at the moment. The company, what is it? Pre Fitness Next Generation. No, that's a different one. Compression boots. So there's a few companies, if you look them up. This is why, like, if you're looking it up, don't always go for the first one. So compression boots, it's $1,200, $1,700, $350. Huh, interesting. 2,500, 700, 1,100. Oh, the same company is selling the same thing. 1,200. It's an interesting one. So you can look at all the ones, and most of the time people go, "Oh, the most expensive one I show 3,300. Wow!" Click on that. That is, whew. Nope. That doesn't come with the arm stuff. Oh, no, it does. It's the full body, so it comes with everything. So it comes with leg attachments, arm attachments, hip attachments. Okay, we get a 5% off if I purchase today. Good upsell. So yeah, just by looking at everything, but this one is, I think it was 1,200. So recovery boots. It's on my other computer. That sucks. Recovery Labs. Here we go. No, that is a company. So yeah, Recovery Labs do it for $20. So, but I found another one where it's like the full swazzle. So for 1,200, but I go to Recovery Labs, cost me $20. That would be 60 sessions for the equation. So, for example, if me, Kate, friends, so all four of us, that's $80. We could just rotate the suit. But if I'm using it myself, how can I get it for free or how can I get it cheaper? I could literally just go to a company, pay them $20. They have to worry about the maintenance. They have to worry about cleaning it. But also maybe in a year or two's time, there's a new update. So I'd have to pay for that. So that could be convenient. So there's pros and cons. Sometimes you should buy it outright, should being the operative word. You can. We're looking to buy it outright. I'm not buying the $3,300 one, I'll tell you that. But there's a few that I looked for, but I think it was Recovery Projects had the best rate. And if you bought it before the 21st of July, you get a free massage ball. Ooh, with vibrating capabilities. Well, of course, if it doesn't vibrate, it's useless. See all these words. But how could you get for free? So if you want to travel, you could ask yourself, have I got friends they could stay with? And you also, but at the same time, you have to be amicable. So for me, I was fortunate enough, two great friends, Matt and Serene. So Matt travels for work and we have a spare room. We actually got a koala bed. So it's a couch, but it flips out as a bed. So it's not the most comfortable thing sitting on. Like after a while, I'm like, ugh. Like you just have this really nice brown, long couch. I loved it, but just didn't like, and literally in our second bedroom, which we made the media room, literally wall to wall, just fitted in. So good. Like you could fall asleep on it. It was big enough so I could sleep on it. So, me and Kate had a fight or I was too hot. And I'm like, oh, Kate, you want cuddles, but I can't handle it. I could sleep on the couch. It was great. The quality of the couch serves as a better bed, but as a couch, I could probably sit and watch a movie and I'm like, I got to move. So I can't really game on it for too long. So I guess the pro is I don't game as much as I used to. I haven't played the PlayStation for a long time. So when that's over, he stays with us and we have the ability to go see these guys up on the Gold Coast. So it was great. So I could stay for them for a whole week and didn't have to pay for an Airbnb. So pros and cons. The con was that I didn't have my own desk. So it meant that I had to travel, like I had to walk, had to go to cafes, have a coffee, to socialize with people. Oh my gosh. Which will be a funny story about caffeine. So pros and cons. And, Carl, I don't have friends that have a place that'll let me stay with them. Yeah, but they might know someone. You could couch surf. You could even, like vans. There's vans for hire or transport vans. Where get this right. For hire. So I learned this when we were sitting in a cafe. So cheap van hire budget, no. I was talking with Andy, and he goes to me, I really want to travel around Australia, but I don't want to have to like hire a car because it'll cost like $400 a week plus petrol. He was like, it just adds up. I really just want to get a camper van and just drive around Australia. So transporting. And so I was literally sitting there and he's like, way to adventure, dollar van, buy a van. So how do I find a dollar van? Polo, van, New York, Sydney. So there's a company where if you get in, you go to like their locations, and what they do is you pay them $1, or you just go in and you Australia. So you pay them or you work out, and it's called transfer car. And so you can. So we're based in Sydney. I actually did tell my clients, isn't it? I want to go to Adelaide, for example. So there's a camper van, or Brisbane. So there's a camper van. I have to pay, it's for free for 4 days. And I could pick it up on the 20th of July, and I get this car for 4 days, or this van, and I drive it from Sydney to Brisbane. Now, if we go Google Maps, Sydney to Brisbane by car, that is a 9 hour, 42-minute drive. So, I could ebb and flow back and forth and transport the car. Now, there are some SUVs. There is a vehicle varies. It is a picture of a car. Literally, I will have it pop up next to me. It's a car that is in a blanket. Conspicuous. They've got four-wheel drives, SUVs, station wagons. So literally, these people, like someone's hired the car, and instead of paying someone to drive it, they give it, transport it, and then someone pays them. So really cool. So that was a way to get the cars for free, which was awesome. So there's little things like that. So you get a camper van and then drive around. So for me, got to travel, stay with these guys, and I really just took the time to just deep breath, reset, refocus. And I was going to get heaps of work done, but the problem with me is I uptake a lot of information. And so like I watch YouTube videos at 2x speed. And I'm like, wow, cool. That was really good. However, I didn't actually action much. I didn't really do a lot. So I had all this information. When people would ask me questions, I would be like, be able to give you all the information, or I'd be able to give a simplified version, though I wasn't very actionable. So like, Vitruvian Health, doing well, but for where I want to go and where I want to take a company, I want us to grow and action a lot harder and faster. And so it actually was a little bit of a eye opener because it removed me from the surroundings, and I actually got to really ask myself, like, what am I currently doing? How am I being? And just really comparison of, and I do this with my team a lot. If we were to get my future self here, what would they say? And for me, it was just not focused on the right stuff. I was like, oh, that hurt. So it wasn't really like I was doing a lot. I wasn't focused on, wasn't doing a few things. I was doing a lot of things. And so it led to not everything being done actionably. So what that would mean is like we have an onboarding process at Vitruvian Health. It's good. It's not outstanding to my standards. We have marketing. It's good, but not everyone knows about us. So really, how can I get the brand and the message out there? Podcasting, what else could we do about podcasts? Get guests on, actually go deeper into their questions. So we're changing the way we structured it. So it was a really interesting experience. And I also got the book, Start With Your Why. And so I have for years wanted to read. I hate it. I hate reading. But in a year or two's time, if I've read 5 books, that's 5 books more than what I would have. So I actually buy books and I buy their audibles. And so I listen to the audible and I'll sit there and read. But then I'm still not uptaking all the information or applying notes. So I actually got the book and I got a highlighter and a pen and I highlight points, scribble notes. Because I actually write journals. So for my kids, if they ever want to look at future me and they're like, wow, dad's first journal, he was a total scat rat. Oh my gosh. Like he's got 3 journals that are half done. Yes, kids, I was a scat rat. And this episode, just a reminder, daddy loves you. um, I love you too, viewers and listeners. Hope you're having a beautiful day. And reminder, the person behind you is watching. Dun, dun, dun. But the thing was, I started journaling quite a bit, reflections every week. How am I going? But now I've just started adding it into the books that I read. So I've now 2-3 books in and rewriting and actually rereading and listening to the same books several times to really soak in all the information. So we might have, say, 400 or 500 books on the shelves about self-improvement, business, finance. I haven't read a lot of them. Kate has read probably most of them. Like she reads like a ninja. Like she'll literally be like, yep. Oh, wow, that was interesting. Oh, wow, babe, did you see this? Like it's her job to read. Like I've seen her take, I think, 600-700 pages of documents home and then like takes it home the next day. I'm like, oh, back to work. I'm like, did you read all of it? She's like, yeah. I'm like, but what? Why? She's like, well, I had to learn how horses breed and how horse barns work. I'm like, but don't they have specialists that do that? She's like, yeah, it's like they have specialists. They go to uni and like they'll learn about it for 4 or 5 years, but they'll spend like 30 years of their life to do that. And I'm like, and you had a day to learn it. She's like, yeah. I'm like, why? She's like, because I want to win the court case. So I have to learn it. And then I can tell the specialist how to best communicate. And I was like, wow, anything interesting? She said, yeah, I learned this. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. So yeah, she's a ninja at reading. And so taking it from her, I obviously have to keep up or catch up. So I have to highlight, write with a pen, listen to an audible, and read the book at the same time at 1.5 speed. I am working on 2x speed, but at 1.5, 1.7, I can hold and retain the information. 2 to 2.5 is a bit hard. So usually when I walk, I'll do it about 2x speed, maybe 2.5, get the information in, and then I would read the book. And that's pretty much what I would do. So I was uptaking probably 4 times as much information, but I wasn't really taking action on it. So to give you context with the book Why, which I've probably 2nd round or 3rd round in, my biggest takeaway is that you've got the like limbic brain. And so that's the brain that kind of goes, yes, we should do that. Like it really decides on actions. And if you're like, what? Think about it when you've ever had a feeling about something or someone, you're like, I don't know if this is right. That's it. That's the outer portion, but the limbic brain is like, yes, let's go. And if you have a strong why, so like, what is the purpose? What is your reason for doing what you do? When you have a conversation or you communicate with someone, that part of the brain's like, yes, or just no. So it also makes us more efficient and time savvy because we can get straight to the point. So yeah, that's a big takeaway. And so for me, it really solidified that the vision and the mission and the purpose of what we do isn't strong enough. So, it started off with strong, fit, effective. Is there any other way? It was the original company name of Vitruvian Health. And that was great. We provided training, nutrition, lifestyle, nutrition, and manual therapy. And then we kind of carried over to Vitruvian Health, which was to help change 500 people's lives. We never really kept saying it. So it didn't stick. It wasn't sticky. It didn't resonate. And now it's really like the one that stuck was when I train females, I just want to make them strong as possible in themselves, strong as possible in the gym, in their careers. And I'm not giving them career advice, but if they know that they can outbench their boss, they're probably not as afraid or anxious about the person they're working with. So it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. So we literally help give a first class, like a world class or first class experience that increases your strength, your confidence, and simplifies the process. So it's just as easy as one, two, three. Like this, again, there's so much information out on the web, but we simplify the process with let's get you moving better. Let's get you lifting your own body weight. Let's get you feeling confident eating protein, macros, fats, and carbs. Let's get you training to a level where if you go out and you want to have a chocolate donut or have that chocolate eclair, have that ice cream, you go and have it. And you wake up tomorrow morning and you go, how am I lighter? Well, because you train hard, you're recovering. And by consuming that bit of chocolate, you now have supported your body with a little more calories so it can actually recover faster, more effectively. Oh, wow. And if you take 5-HTP with it, Kathy, this one's for you. 5-HTP with it, you actually stimulate more serotonin so your body relaxes more. So you go into a deeper state of sleep and then you feel even better. So, like, why not? So that was the big thing for me. The other bonus, so the two other parts was where Matt and Serene live. There are, I think, about 13 op shops. Now, I love op shops. Why do I love op shops? It's a bargain. The shop is never the same, and you find something different in all of them. So I actually found a study planner. I found a goal book. So I did a goal event marketing seminar like 2 days before, and then I found a 130 book on goals and habits. And I was like, oh, that's cool. $2, $2. Like the back of it says $50. I'm like, booyah. I found 2 journals, which I ended up giving away to my team. It says, do not fear. Do not fear me. Follow me if you dare. I was like, here you go, Jordan. Here you go, Eddie. Then I found a baby's memory book. It was great because Kate was coming up at the end of the week. So we got a baby's book, a wedding planner, a anniversary book. So it's like your anniversary, like when did you first meet? How are you at 90 days? First year, second year, all the way up to 10. And it was our 9th year anniversary just last week. So that was a good gift. We got a guest book and a wedding guest book. So we now, for planning wedding, we are ready to go. So it's got lots of tips. All in all, cost $22. And I got Kate Kate a 7 chakras sign. So that was really cool. We like yoga, we went to the 7 chakras. $22 for all that. But I had to go to different stores, found things, and it was great. Good to share that. I remember Matt and Serena like, are you telling us that you're going to get married and you've got a baby on the way? No, it was just a cool thing. I just thought it was cool. Like in the future, we'll have that. Like, right, inconspicuous. No, not really. I just don't want to have to think about how to plan a wedding in a year's time. There's the book. It'll tell us what to do. I'll look at it when I'm ready. It's like, oh, okay. And, Dumb Karl here, tuning in now. I purchased Kate a gift. So our anniversary, so this was 3 weeks ago. So our anniversary was last week. So I pre-planned 2 weeks ahead. And so one thing is when we go away, we'll go to, Kate and I will go to cafes, and we always see mugs, like those handheld mugs. And Kate, we saw one that was like black, bit of gray and a bit of trim of gold. Beautiful. Looked really nice. Should have bought it. We didn't. Regret, right? FOMO. And so I'm in this op shop and I pick up this cup and I go, this is it. This is a great cup. I'm holding onto it. Like it's got like indents in it. One sec. I'll actually grab the cup. Send the video. And so here it is. Bit of brown. Nice color in it. Here's the cup. Really nice design. You take it to the cafe, get espresso or a piccolo on that. That's a good size cup. I'm like, this is great. This would be a great gift. It comes its own bag. It's actually got a tea set with it. Like you could put tea in it. Nom, 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 nom. And, you know, it's a great gesture. And like Kate likes unique little things. It's like, this would be great. Awesome. I'll take it. And so I purchased it. There was a little letter in it. I'm like, cool, it'd be great to read it. It's probably about the history of it. And probably at this point, Karl should have read that letter, but he did not. And so, it comes to our anniversary and Kate picks it up and she reads the letter. Dear loyal customer, from your local Thai Putting, we'd like to say thank you. We appreciate your loyalty, your 100th visit, something like that. Yours truly. Kate goes, that's interesting. Looks straight at me. When did you go to Thai without me? I'm like, nope. No. I have not gone to a Thai restaurant without you. I would never do such a thing. She's like, well, you better, or you dead. I'm like, nope. And I had to confess, I got it from the op shop. She goes, that would make sense because if you flip the cup the other way, which I was holding, so I couldn't see the logo, it says the restaurant on it. So from wow, this is a really unique handmade gift to there are many loyal customers that have this. Meow. So the moral of that story is make sure you always check both sides, double check things. So it was funny. Still can't believe it. Like, it was great that I held it this way and was like, this is a great gift. Kate holds it the other way. This is not such a great gift. So yeah, funny memories. So yeah, op shops, love them. Love a bargain. It's also just nice. It's for charity. It's great. I also do drop off quite a few things, clothes, items that people can have. And just some people are just amazing people. Like they actually just will buy books, leather-bound journals, and they'll just give them to the place. It's great. And some places they overcharge for some stuff, and you're like, really? I don't know. So yeah, vintage collections, antiques, love them. I am a bit of a collector. So like just behind me, behind the wall is this like large figurine collection that I got. So yeah, it's always a surprise when you go there. Sometimes it's like, like the other one. I went just the other day, found a book, House of Karls with my name. I was like, great. It's about a doctor who talks about the different morals and dilemmas in society, health and disease, and also how there's a book that's worth $23 million, but yet there's a reel of it for $5 up on the internet. He's like the disparity of information and knowledge, which we're here to talk about. So yeah, good time. The third thing, which is the lesson that I learned, is if you don't ask, you don't get, but you also don't know. So when building rapport with all of the people in the cafe, so get along with the cafe people, chat, socialize, network. No, and I think I mentioned this on the Sunshine Coast one, but by the end of the day, like having the rest, reset, sleeping, like every morning I'd wake up, go to the beach, jump on the water, come back, have a shower, or I just walk on the beach, walk up. Usually I walk backwards, train the tibs, stretch out the calves the other way. But I started to just get in the routine, get up. I did a tension drink and just walk. So I used to do like jumping on trampolines, breathing, meditation. I'll just walk. I'll do the breathing at the same time. Big breath, exhale, draw the belly in. Feel that stretch to the upper back rather than just standing there for 10 minutes in my apartment doing it. So multitask. I just get on with the day and get started. I probably get a message from Jimmy. He's like, let's do it, or let's go. Or however many steps you're on, I'm beating you. So yeah, he's competitive that way. So by like 9 o'clock, he's already at 10,000 steps. So some days I would be up 4. By 7, I've done my 10,000. I'm like, bring it. I'm already ahead of you. Haha. So yeah, just got moving, but went to cafes. I would sit down, I'd work, I'd get a green shake and a protein shake. So I just do liquids for 3 or 4 hours, just on the laptop, working, observing how the company's going, do a bit of an audit. Wasn't really happy with how we went. Like personally, I feel like we could do so much more. Like we used to do 10 points of contact on social media. Now we're up to about 70 now, but I want to get it up to 200. So like from reels to YouTube, just information being put out there, debunking, doing videos and podcasts like this. We only do 1 podcast a week, but I want to ramp it up to 2, where we get the team sharing tips and bits of information. We're streamlining our emails. So as you can tell, lots of things going on, but it's just not, to me, clean, simple, and good enough. So it's always providing a simple approach. So rather than big, long-winded processes, simplified. If you want to see a big, long-winded process, ask me for. If you want to work with me, Vitruvian Health, just shoot me a message and I can send you that big process email. It's about 13 pages. They could definitely be simplified with a coffee. So anyway, we're in the cafes. We're getting to know the baristas, chat. Lovely to meet the people in the baristas, and I get an espresso, and I'm like, that's bigger than normal. Oh well, down the hatch. And then later in the day, I would go do jacuzzi, cold plunge. Oh, brain. So I do compression boots, magnesium salt bath in 3 degrees and in a plunge pool and a spa, which was good. And then I would do the thing that would produce nitrogen. It escapes me. Cryotherapy. That's it. So minus 110, 120 degrees, reset the nervous system in the body. I did that at lunchtime. Then I would go back, have lunch with Matt and Serene, or catch up, chat, go for a walk, and then go back to another cafe, build rapport, have another espresso. Looks a bit bigger than normal. Nah, it's probably just me. Take it down, or I do a wide awake cold drip coffee. And by 3 o'clock, feel my hand shaking, really light in the chest, and be like, wow, I'm like super overworked. I'm pretty run down. Man, I better check that out. And then come 10, 11 o'clock, it's like going to bed, and I'd just be like wide awake. I can do more work. Or sit with my thoughts, play a game, and then I'd be asleep at like 12, wake up about 4 or 5 o'clock again, and then repeat. Sometimes I do yoga with Serene or do it in the morning. And so this happened for a few days, and it was only till the Thursday, so the 4th day, that I went to, and I do this thing called a surprise coffee. So doing all the like the plunges, the jacuzzis, the aquatherapy, the compression boots, float tanks, all this stuff. I really wanted to do oxygen therapy, but didn't do that because I preferred to do I love the cold. So I love doing I even said it and I've just forgotten it again. Wow, killing it. Should have written it down. Didn't. Cryotherapy. I should have done cryotherapy. Yes, that's cryotherapy with the capital C. Cryotherapy. Serena and Kate didn't like it. It's too cold, but I loved it. Really refreshing. So do that every day. And just, by Thursday, realized, like, man, is that cryotherapy really getting me? Nah, probably not. So start the day, got told to go to a cafe, so 60 minutes away. I got time, so I'll walk it. And this is when I started to action, listen to a podcast, make notes, take action points. What's one thing you can do from like this podcast? And the moral would be, ask your barista how many shots of coffee are in that coffee they gave you. You might be surprised. Or even jump up, ask us, type, how much caffeine's in a standard coffee? I always say 100 milligrams. It's an easy way to work it out. The average female should have about 400 milligrams in a week. Male, 500, 700. That's about a shot of coffee a day. So I get talking to this person. I do a thing called the surprise coffee. Whatever you'll have, I'll have it. Cool. And I was like, I might not like this coffee. I'm like, asked like surprise coffee. He's like, oh, I know a nice milk-based coffee. Not a fan, but let's give it a go. It's the idea of a surprise. One time I got given a baby chino. They all thought I would think it was a coffee. I did not. So, haha. So, yeah, the whole cafe did have a laugh at me. They gave me a baby chino, and then they gave me espresso after. But I digress. So I had ordered espresso. It's like, get a little shot. Okay, that is a smaller espresso than what I'm used to. And then he gives me this big mug, like size of my face. I go, that's a big coffee for a single shot. He's, nah, man, that's a triple shot. Come again? What? He's like, oh, I thought you were really cool. I thought I'd give you extra coffee. What? He's like, yeah. I'm like, and this espresso. He's like, that's a single. I'm like, I've gotten them a bit bigger. Those are doubles. Ooh, that one was a triple. Huh. Right. Why did we do this? He's like, oh, you're a really cool guy. We got chatting. It was good to chat and discuss things. And I thought I would just give you more coffee. Right. caffeinated state, not ideal, anxious, scattered thoughts. That's not going to help anyone. Oh, okay, well, enjoy. Bye. And off he goes. I'm like, right. So if I calculate this, on average, I've probably been doing 4 to 6, maybe 7 or 8 shots of coffee a day. So that shaking feeling, light chest, thinking I'm really run down, I'm just super caffeinated. Right. Whoops. So I learned pretty quick to just ask questions. Hey, just to confirm, that's a single shot of coffee. Yes. I often found the cafe that I was going to in the morning, they're like, no, we're giving you doubles. Right. So come Friday, Saturday, I won't have a coffee. I will just have the one coffee that I have with Matt and Serene. That'll be it. And then when I get back, because Kate was doing decaf, I'm like, you and I are going to do decaf Nespresso capsules. They do that? Yeah, I'm going to find out. Right, we are going to get 60 decaf capsules moving forward. So I still do some coffee, probably do 2 shots max through the day, no longer 6 or 8. But yeah, I learned pretty quick. You don't ask, you don't get. You don't ask, you don't know. So that was a good lesson. So yeah, whoops. So the biggest takeaways from the time away was really just the connection with friends, the ability to remove myself from the environment that I was in. So it felt like I wasn't doing a lot, or we just had so much going on. And it really just became a place that we were doing a lot, but we weren't really paying attention. My team do, but it's always a refined and simplified approach. So like big shout out is when I came back, like big shout out to Liv, Eddie, Jordan, the team, like Tammy, like the guys really did take initiative to work with people, help. I remember Liv stocked the fridge and I was like, all the out of date stuff was at the back. I was like, do you know how to? She's like, nope. I'm like, oh, cool. We need like, and just show me like the basic things, like stock take of a fridge. Like what's common knowledge is not common, but no one was really taking the time to educate anyone. So, a lot of people are like common knowledge is knowledge. Yeah, it is. But at the same time, if you don't give people the time to explain it, they're always going to do work to the best of their abilities and what they know. So like Liv, big shout out, took initiative, did heaps of stuff, but to the standard that we wanted to hold it wasn't there. And so I know personally that if I didn't go away, I would have been like, what the hell? Rah! Then, but because I went away, I had the time, reset, nervous systems chilled out. I was like, hey, Liv, do you know how to do a stock take? Just the face. Nope. Oh, okay. Can I teach you? Sure. And I showed her. It's great. But and it was amazing how in my head, and I really did think about how what I would have been like before, would have gotten really frustrated. It's like, who would that have helped? Nobody. So yeah, a real big shout out to my team, stepped up, did quite a bit. And so it really has helped me this week to our website got deleted. All hands on deck, literally dial it in, but also go, is this what's really needed? Is it a distraction for what needs to be done? It's a distraction. The person that's meant to do it should be focused on it. I need to be on their case. Hey, have you done it? Get up to date. Come on, do this. Rather than me just do it for everyone. So really cool. Coming back with one, clearer mind, stronger purpose, to really just make Vitruvian the best, but also to build a team of 20 elite trainers who want to make a difference, who want to learn and grow. Yes, they're going to go through hard times. It's going to make them stronger. It's going to make them better. You're going to have excuses. I'm going to pull you up. That's an excuse. How do we fix it? And really just become better problem solvers. 2, make sure to ask, but also to double check, like the cup. And 3 is just always take time for self. And a rule that I like is the 2-2-2-2 method. Learned this from Christian Maurice. So every 2 weeks, take 2 hours for yourself. And I'll say this, a lot of people, when it comes to the 2-2-2 method, they skip out on the long-term stuff. We're all good for, jumping on our phone, scrolling. That's your 2 hours. Done. Get back to what you really want to be doing. No one wants to be scrolling on social media for 12 hours a day. Unless you're making millions of dollars from it, then let me know. But the 2-2-2 method. So what you'll do is look at your calendar and block out 2 hours. Now you can do what I did, do the everyone gets stuffed Sunday. So before 12 o'clock, you do whatever you want, however you want. If you want to go to a cafe, you want to work, it's completely guilt-free, no problems, no interruptions. Everyone get away from me. I'm doing what I want. So 2 hours minimum, right? Block it out every 2 weeks, 2 hours for yourself. I used to do it every Sunday before 12. At 12:01, Kate's like, we're going to a cafe, we're getting lunch. Okay, let's go. But before that, I could game, do whatever I wanted. Then every 2 weeks, now every 2 months, you take 2 days off. Switch off, do what you really want. And again, you might love doing work. Then do it. Nobody can tell you what to do. Except for me. Take 2 days. Okay, sure thing, Karl. I won't listen to anyone else. Very good. But yeah, take 2 days, take them off. No, there's no restraint here. So you're like, whatever you want to do, you do it, right? Every 2 years, you take 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, take 2 hours. Every 2 months, take 2 days. Every 2 years, take 2 weeks. For the guys, look up time capsule, Bali time capsule. It's a full retreat for you. If anyone's interested, let me know because I want to go. Ladies, retreats. There's a breathing workshop in October. Reach out to me. I'll send you details. Or Kathy. It's actually a 3-day breathing workshop. Looks really cool. There's a few people there, but that also goes for 2 weeks as well. I think September 2024. So yeah, some interesting stuff for 2 weeks if you want to do that. If that's really what you want to do. Or you just go away, like most people at this time, go to Europe. So yeah, those are the lessons. Those are the things I found. Those are some strategies that you can implement with rest, recovery, and refraction, because it rhymes. Why not? Until next time at the Table Talk podcast, that is us summing it up. Hopefully, if you're going to an op shop, make sure if you get a cup, look at both sides just to be safe. I'm Karl, tuning out, and let's pull up a chair next time. Adios, amigos. Hey, thanks so much for joining the episode of Table Talk today. We hope you found some helpful tips and inspiration in staying healthy and fit, even with a busy schedule. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast. Stay tuned for our next conversation. Until then, keep prioritizing yourself, your health, your fitness, and we'll see you on the next Table Talk.